They are all demanding us to go with them to their relatives and confess. They want us to say, we are the ones responsible for the missing of your body. We are the ones who are responsible for the killing of your relatives. This all was done by my father before he died. My father is a top post in a country I can't mention for security reasons. My father has powers. He was one of the most corrupt leaders to ever exist in this world. Yellow viewers, welcome once again to another educative episode of African Confessions HD right here on Extraordinary Africa. My name is Solution Uncle. If you're still new, in this show we publish lifetime confessions. Usually we publish anonymously for their own safety reasons. Listener, you're having a challenge, you're having a problem, don't go to the forest and commit suicide. Feel free to share your story with us. Don't be shy. Don't be afraid. Freely send your confession on our WhatsApp number +263 775 597 775 +263 775 597 775, or you can contact our PR Fidel Gochet's Gmail account. Listener, don't go to the forest if you feel something is not in good direction. And today in this video we will be reading through a confession from a man who is saying his father killed a lot of people and the spirits are rising against him and his family, resulting in other babies to be born with two organs, one of a male, one of a female. Oh, this is a shocking confession indeed. Listeners, without wasting much of your time, let's go straight into the story. Yellow Solution Uncle, I hope you post this one hiding my identity. Solution Uncle, please do not disclose my identity as well. Notify me when you post. We are suffering because of what my father did 20 years ago. The spirits of the people who were killed by my father are coming back to us. Human bodies were stolen in mortuaries and my father played a part in it. They are all demanding us to go with them to their relatives and confess. They want us to say, we are the ones responsible for the missing of your body. We are the ones who are responsible for the killing of your relatives. This all was done by my father before he died. My father is a top post in a country I can't mention for security reasons. My father has powers. He was one of the most corrupt leaders to ever exist in this world. Why am I labeling my father a bad person? It's because of what we are facing now. I was born in a family of 6. Every January, a relative should die. It started with our aunties, our uncles. Then it came to my family and claimed my siblings. Now it's only me who is left. This is happening because of what my father did. This has resulted in his brothers, sisters, and other relatives, especially our aunties, to die. Relatives are in graves because of what he did. My father killed so many people. It was in a period where in my native country there was war. During that war, my father is a top post. He started doing rituals with people's blood, using his powers. Those were rituals he did to remain in power and taking advantage of the war which was in the country. He got promoted to ranks and later on used that opportunity to continue doing his rituals. It came to a time where the war ended. They won the war, yes. He got into power with others who were fighting. It was a revolutionary war in that country. They won. He was given a post, but later on, after serving, his post was taken and given to someone. This left him with no option than to kill his only own relatives. He wanted to silence the spirit of a dead person who he put in a money-making ritual. He was silencing that by killing other people, by taking bodies in mortuaries. So by the time he retired, he had not that power to go to the mortuary and claim a body of someone's relatives and replace it with a doll like what he used to do. there was no that opportunity again. He started sacrificing his own relatives. Our aunties died like chickens. Every January a person should die. Our aunties, our uncles, then it came into our family. This is what our father has been doing all these years. What made me to come here and confess is because this thing is now attacking me. I am the only elderly person remaining. My kids and my little brothers and sisters' kids, they are all looking at me and saying, "Uncle, please take action. Don't you see that this family has evil spirits in it, which are making us struggling?" This has been the fight we have been fighting. I was born in a family of 6, like what I told you before. They died. Each August, someone should die. Each August or January. This is happening at a time my father is now retired. We have moved from our native country because you know what happens in politics. We are no longer in our native country. I moved with my kids and the kids of my siblings. We have everything. My father left us everything. But the problem is now happening to us is that every child we are giving birth will be having 2 organs. One of a man, one of a woman. This is the punishment. That is the punishment. Some of them are going bisexual here. What is not I liked. So I have a friend who came from another African country, I can't mention. He told me that in our country there is this village with a powerful healer. There is this healer who can help you and your family. So I heard this advice. We went together to his native country when it was a holiday, and we went to the traditional healer. The traditional healer started telling me everything. Your father was a leader. He fought in a war. He was a soldier, but he wanted to be promoted to higher ranks. He sacrificed a man when they were at war. He went with the blood and private parts of that man to a ritualist. A power building ritual was done. Yes, it was done. After that ritual, he was promoted. He got promoted. But that person who was killed was from a family which is protected by its gods. And the spirit started to rise against him. He went to another traditional healer and said you should sacrifice a person every January or August. As a person who was promoted to higher ranks, he started sacrificing each January people who were not our relatives. He was using his power. Each January someone should die. After the war, he was given a post. He served and retired. After retiring, he was now powerless. He started eating his own blood by sacrificing his own aunties, siblings, and uncles. Then his kids, daughters, and sons of his siblings, and your daughters and sons as well. This is the deed. And as I speak now, many spirits are rising against me and my family. Despite the fact that my kids are having 2 sexual organs, it's not what I wanted in my life, but that is a thing which was done by my father, my biological father. So I have been struggling. I went to prophets, the traditional healers. Some told me that the problem is coming from what my father did. But your problem is more powerful than us, so we can't solve it. We will never be stronger than human spirit. So I don't know what to do. I don't know where to start from. It's been a long time since I left my native country. My father was much respected. He is recognized as a top hero in my native country. He is recognized as one of the first people to bring everything to the community. But as his family, we are struggling because of all this. Solution, uncle, this is my problem. I want you to help me with ideas, because now I don't know what to do. My kids are putting the blame on me. The kids of my siblings are putting the blame on me. They are saying, why are you remaining quiet? Why are you not taking action? I have tried so many things. I have been in African countries. I went to India thinking maybe I will come up with a solution, but it's like I am doing nothing. Please, uncle, please help me. This is the fight I'm facing now. I'm sorry, my brother, for what you are facing now. I'm sure I've mentioned it before. Let's pave a good way for our kids. Let's not be like this father doing devilish things, doing rituals, which will hurt your kids tomorrow. So who will be enjoying that inheritance? Because you know that in this life, everything we do it for a better future for our kids, for a better tomorrow. So why are you killing your tomorrow? Why do you want to enjoy yourself? Then when you are dead, everyone will be like something else. Some will be mentally ill. Some will be like what this man has told us, that some are going bisexual. It's because of a cruel grandfather they have. So this should be a lesson to all of us who are listening, and to the people who are watching, listeners. I beg you, please, let's comment. There might be someone who is watching and he is afraid to confess, but he is in a similar situation. He's facing similar problems. And that someone will be saying, I want to see what people commented. I want to see, so that I can be okay. So this is our fight. This is not his own fight. Let's fight together as Extraordinary Africa. The devil is at work 24/7. And with God, nothing is impossible. You will be forgiven. Go to prophets. Why traditional healers only? You will be saved. In the name of Jesus. Go to God and say, Father, the creator of heaven and earth, please forgive me for what I have done in my past. Confess your sins to your relatives, your wife, your friends, your family. Start fasting and praying. Be faithful to God. Always put yourself in the hands of the Almighty. If you have failed, then put yourself in the hands of the Creator, the Father of fathers, the King of kings. That's what you need to do. That's what you need to do. Let's not be useless parents. This is a useless parent, this father. Power fighting. Instead of paving a good future for your kids. So this should be a lesson to us. This should be a lesson to all of us who are tuned in. And my brother, this story of yours will change many lives. Thank you for sharing such a helpful story. But we hope you find the solution. Ladies and gentlemen, who are listening, if you know a God-fearing church closer to you, closer to your doorstep, in your area, in your street, tell this man. If you know an online legit God-fearing church, please, why are you remaining quiet? Let's advise our brother so that you have peace of mind. Everything will start to flow again, because this is a family which is dying. We don't like it to be that. They are struggling because of what was done by their forefathers. They don't know. They were not there. It was done before some of them were even born. So let's fight together as Extraordinary Africa. Let's fight together. Let's not leave them alone. Let's not leave them alone, because this resulted in many people going to say, I commit suicide. I will commit suicide. We don't like it to be that. And there was this other confession I posted, I think last week. It should be Thursday or Friday. A young lady came here and said, "Uncle, my mother has been coming to my room, inserting something." He confessed, exposing the mother. A lot of you listeners, you advised that young lady and said, "This is not normal. This is not normal." She returned and said, "After I confessed, I am now feeling sick." She updated us, right? And came back again and said, "My mother is now the one who is sick. Will it be..." I'm now thinking to allow her to do what she was doing because I want her. She's my breadwinner. Last night, she sent me a WhatsApp number and said, "Uncle, there is a listener who introduced me to your church, online church. My problem was solved. My mother was called to the church. We went together. The demon which was in here came out." Yeah. Thank you so much for your feedback, sister. Thank you so much. Listeners, until we meet again in another episodes, bye for now.